I am Dr. Nagalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Finance in Dr. SNSINSTITUTIONS College of Arts and Science. Now we gather here to carry out the DT activity by solving the crossword puzzle. So crossword puzzle, today we are going to have in the title voting rights. So generally in the world, the information related voting rights will be solved in this crossword puzzle. Okay, so now we have to match the solving of crossword puzzle with our design thinking stages. What are all the design thinking stages we have?
Empathy, define,
ideate, prototype, test. So we have 5 stages. Empathy, we have to empathize. What is the crossword puzzle is for. We have to define. So we have to define that the crossword puzzle is for gaining some knowledge. Third one, we have to ideate the questions. While asking the questions, you will get an idea. This may be an answer, that may be an answer. You will get some ideas. That ideas has to be that is, we have to find out the apt idea. This may be the answer. We have to create the prototype. And the last one is we have to test whether the answer suits the crossword puzzle. So, shall we start? Yes. I am going to ask the first question. The first question is, what was passed in 1965? Listen carefully. What was passed in 1965 that finally gave African American the right to vote? Do you want me to repeat?
Voting Rights Act.
Voting Rights Act. Can you introduce yourself?
Myself Mithran.
Mithran of 3rd BCom Finance. The answer is
Voting
Rights Act. Good. The answer is right. Now we are going to the second question. The second question was, what was eliminated by the 24th Amendment? What was eliminated by the 24th Amendment?
Poll tax.
Your name? Vaidishwari of 3rd BCom Finance. The answer is poll tax. Very good. So the tax relating to poll was eliminated in the 24th Amendment. Okay. Next we are into the third question. In 1920, who got the right to vote? Women. The answer is women. So in 1921, women got the right to vote. Okay. Next is the fourth question. The fourth question is, who was the president that signed the Indian Citizenship Act? See, I repeat the question. Who was the president that signed the Indian Citizenship Act? Calvin Coolidge. The name of the president is Calvin Coolidge. He only signed for the Indian Citizenship Act. Now we are into the fifth question. The fifth question is, how old do you have to be vote in 2026? See, how old do you have to be vote in 2026? What age?
Myself, the answer for this question is 18.
18 years. One girl or a boy who gets major by the age of 18. They are given the right to vote. Good. The next question is the sixth question. What amendment gave people living in DC the right to vote?
Ma'am, the answer is 23rd Amendment.
23rd Amendment. Very good. So, in 23rd Amendment, they have given the people allow women to vote before the 19th Amendment. Say, I repeat, what was the first state to allow women to vote before the 19th Amendment?
My name is Vaishali. The answer is Wyoming.
Wyoming is the first state. In that state, they allow the women to vote before 19th Amendment. Okay. Now we are into the 8th question. What country did the idea of white male property owners only voting come from? See, I repeat the question. What country? So the answer should be some country. Did the idea of white male property owners only voting come from? Which country that is?
My name is Mukran. The answer is England.
England. In England only, here the white male property owners was given the right to vote. Okay. Now into the 9th question. What amendment gave all men the right to vote?
Answer is 15th Amendment.
15th Amendment. Very good. Okay. In the 15th Amendment, they introduced that all the men, no discrimination in the color, male or women, male or female, white or black. Okay. So they gave the in which in 15th Amendment. 10th question. Which act gave American Indians the right to vote? The 10th question.
The answer is Indian Citizenship Act.
Indian Citizenship Act. After the introduction of Indian Citizenship Act, here the American Indians was given what? The voting rights. Okay, good. The 11th question. How old did you have to be to vote before 26th Amendment? Before 26th Amendment. Okay, before 26th Amendment, they have fixed some age as a limit to vote. What is that age?
The answer is
21. Okay, now it is 18. But before 26th Amendment, the age to vote is 21. The next one is 12th question. What was one thing that kept African Americans from voting in the South?
the answer is literacy rate.
Literacy test. The answer is literacy test. Good. So here the literacy test was the one thing that kept African Americans from voting in the South. So they adopted some tests relating to literacy. After that only they were allowed to vote. The last question of our crossword puzzle is what was sparked the saying old enough to fight, old enough to vote?
My name is Kavya. The answer is Vietnam.
Vietnam, very good. So, what war sparked? Means here Vietnam War was sparked and it says that old enough to fight. That is certain age to fight and certain age to vote. Okay, so these are the general knowledge questions what we solved relating to voting rights not only in India, among the world. I thought you have got some inputs relating to this voting rights. Thank you so much for the patience listening and